This video is brought to you by Squarespace. It is the ultimate recipe for your online presence, websites, stores, marketing, analytics, everything you need to cook up your brand and grow your business online. More on this later. What's up guys, Salut, this is Alex. So a few weeks ago I released a video that I shot in Istanbul in Turkey, and it was all about the traditional, authentic Turkish kebab. Now what really struck me were the comments, and mostly the comments mentioning Berlin, Germany, on a video about Turkish kebab, and that is why this week I am in Germany and joined by my good friend Andong. Andong is a food YouTuber based here in Berlin. He is a passionate cook and a food geek, and over on his channel he has dived deep into the world of Berlin-style Döner Kebab. So who better to introduce me to Berliner Döner Kebab and maybe help me answer the question: is Berliner Kebab really Döner Kebab?
You know what? I watch your videos, and honestly, when you started your kebab series, I was so excited to see it. But there's one thing I thought. There is no way this guy thinks he can get away with making a Döner series without going to Berlin.
I was this close to not going to Berlin.
Fortunately, you have people that put you in the right spot. So I'm very glad you came, and I hope you're ready to go and taste some proper, real Berlin Döners. Because let me tell you, they are not the same as what you had in Istanbul. Guaranteed.
Word. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Do you think it's a bad B-roll?
This is perfect B-roll.
Andong, this is the first place, right?
This is place number 1, where you get to taste the OG Berlin-style Döner Kebab. It's made from emulsified ground meat. The selection of bread and the selection of veggies is the most typical you will ever find in Berlin.
Alright, let's get inside. Oh wow. Merci.
So Alex, I think this is the ultimate starting point. This is the exact type of Berlin-style Döner Kebab that me and millions of other kids in Germany grew up with. And I think you gotta have this one first to understand why Berliners love Döner Kebab so much.
I'm starving. So. Wow, this is substantial. Let's go. Let me have another bite before I share my thoughts with you. So the meat, even though it's emulsified meat, it tastes actually pretty good. It's not too dry, it's salty. Then you've got tons of vegetables in there, cucumber, salad, and you've got something that is a little tangy, and that's this bad boy. Red cabbage. A bit unusual to have red cabbage in a sandwich for me, but it works almost as a pickle. The bread is it pita?
It's Turkish, so it's pide. Very traditionally, you will take one big round pide, take a quarter of that, and then put your döner inside of that. But more and more shops kind of get their own little pides that are round, like this one. Sometimes they bake them themselves. I think these guys bake it themselves.
There is sauce in this sandwich. Speaking about sauce, in my eyes, a great sauce has to be made in a great saucepan. I mean, it makes sense, right? Well, guess what? I created the ultimate saucepan made out of copper and pure silver for unparalleled performances. It is available right now on my website salutcompany.com, and you can still get it before the holidays. Alright, let's go back to that Berliner Kebab sauce. There is like a white yogurt, garlicky sauce.
In the Berlin-style Döner, there is always sauce.
Always sauce?
You have 3 types of sauces.
Okay. Which one did we get?
So we got the combo that you get when you're out drinking and you want to get the real deal, which is a garlic and spicy sauce combo. There's a third sauce, which is an herb sauce. This one we didn't get today. That's for when you have a date after.
Okay.
But I think we're good for tonight. So
It's very tasty. It's fulfilling, it's substantial, it's pretty fresh. What's the meat made from?
Veal.
Is it only veal?
I think there might be a small percentage of beef, there might be a small percentage of lamb, but this one, mostly veal.
This is way better than most kebab you can find in Paris, in France.
If you had said anything else, I think I would have been really insulted.
Why?
I had it.
Why?
Dude,
Paris is the
I'm
capital of gastronomy.
I'm not expecting a Parisian guy to come here to tell me that Paris kebab is better than Berlin kebab. That's not happening. I think one thing that I should note here is I didn't take you to the best shop in town. I took you to the one that I think is the most representative for a good old Berlin style kebab.
Because there's a second version coming, right?
There's a very important second version coming, and if you don't have that, I think it's not a complete Berlin Döner experience. There's also another thing you have to have with this Döner to have the proper Berlin Döner experience,
What is
and
it?
that is this.
Ayran. Whipped yogurt, by the way, guys.
Because there are only two drinks that are permissible to have with a proper Döner.
A Coke?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely. Go
Coke,
back to
a
Paris.
Coke and a glass of red wine. No, that's in France.
No,
but in
no,
Berlin,
no, no.
it's Ayran or
Yes. I feel like I shouldn't give it away because
Don't
we're
give it
about
away.
to go to the second
Yes.
Döner place, and I think I'll just surprise you with that. Next.
Okay, let's go. Dankeschön. You've got a thing with Döner here.
Of course.
There might be like I don't know. There might be medication for this.
I mean, there is one.
There is one
on
over
that
here.
intersection,
And then
there is one over
man,
there.
still another one here.
There's at least two more down the street.
I mean, there are donors everywhere. You guys are really mad about Döner.
And we are literally obsessed with Döner kebabs here.
Okay, so we are looking for the second spot. What's the name of the spot?
The second spot is called Rüyam.
Rüyam?
Rüyam.
Okay. Nice. Oh yeah, I can see it. Wow, putain, c'est blindé. Man, this is crowded over here.
So schön aus.
And here we are. So, tell me, this is the second style you were referring
Yes, Alex, this is called Gemüsedöner, which translates to vegetable döner, which is a little bit misleading because it's a chicken döner. But they do mix in some fried vegetables.
Yes.
They mix them with the chicken meat and then they put that inside the Döner Kebab. And that's why it's called the Gemüse Kebab. But this style was invented in Berlin for sure. While the OG döner will never lose its popularity, this one is like a
Gaining.
rising
This is
star.
the
It's
newcomer.
gaining, and more people are falling in love with this exact style.
Wow.
Wow. That's a good bite, isn't it?
That's pretty good.
That's a pretty good bite.
That's very good. That's so smart to add mint to a kebab. It's
Yeah.
adding so much freshness to it.
There are some fresh herbs. There's a little bit of like crumbled, almost feta-like cheese in there. This place is packed. It's full of people, which means that the meat as well as the veggies are super fresh at all times.
One of the biggest differences between the classic Döner Kebab that I know that I had in Istanbul and this one is that this one is made with chicken.
Turkish people don't put chicken in Döner kebabs. It's very unheard of, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
Oh, they will correct you if you're wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, they will correct you. One thing that I liked about this version of kebab, a little better than the previous one, I can sort of recognize the meat on this one. With the previous one, it's emulsified meat, so
It's mystery meat.
yeah, I don't like mystery meat. It's one of the common traits of any kebab anywhere in the world. It has to be cheap and it has to be big, fulfilling.
Yeah. I mean, this one, we paid for this €6.90.
The bargain. The first one with the meat thinly shaved, it had a kebab vibe to it. This one, it doesn't feel like Döner kebab. It feels like an amazing sandwich, crispy, juicy, with pungency from onions, freshness from vegetables, mint, very comforting with the potatoes.
Yeah.
I would say also very German with the potatoes.
Yeah, but I think it adds a certain like richness.
But I don't know if I would have guessed that this is a kebab. You know what? I think I like this one even more than the first one.
I can get why, because this is its own thing. This is its own category, and this is a top-level Berlin Gemüse kebab.
Okay.
And you're eating the thing where you're supposed to eat it.
This is like a true Berlin creation.
We have all the proof we need to back up that this variation of the Döner Kebab was actually created in Berlin.
What, I believe you?
Yeah.
Easily.
What?
German or Turkish on this one? No, this is 100% German. This is 100% amazing as well. There is also something pretty disappointing that I realize. German can do kebab very well. Turkish people, obviously, they do kebab amazingly, but French people suck at kebab.
Yeah, you guys have some catching up to do.
We suck at kebab.
Yeah. But Alex, I think there's one thing you're missing. The more trendy Berlin Döner.
Gentrified.
The more gentrified Berlin Döner will go with the ultimate gentrified
drink.
Berlin drink, which of
Club
course is Club Mate.
I never drink it.
It's very much a hate it or love it thing.
It's unusual.
It's unusual. Well, if you guys are wondering what...
There's an ashtray aftertaste for sure.
100%.
Why do you keep drinking it then?
Once you're hooked, you will never get off that hook.
I can get off the hook, I think. At some point you recreated some Club Mate yourself,
Yes,
right?
I retraced the history of this drink,
Nice.
and I recreated this drink myself. That's
Very cool.
something
Very cool.
you guys can find on my channel if you're interested.
Very cool. Okay, cheers for that, man.
Cheers.
Thanks for the kebab.
You're very welcome. I hope you enjoy it.
In all fairness, there is no way that Germany can seriously claim the actual invention of the Döner Kebab itself. I mean, come on. It's a very hard sell. With research, everybody can easily attribute this food tradition to the Ottoman Empire, the ancestor of modern Turkey. However, in my eyes, Germany has invented something that many people love all over the world. The Berliner Kebab, a tasty and modern spin on traditional Döner Kebab. So, no, these two Berliner Kebabs are not traditional Döner Kebabs, but yes, these two Berliner Kebabs are still kebabs, and delicious ones to boot. In the end, I had a great time here. Thank you, Andong, so much for the tasty guidance, and thank you, Berlin, for having me. Stay hungry, stay open-minded, happy holiday, peace, salut. Okay, let's talk about today's sponsor, Squarespace. You know how a well-organized kitchen makes cooking a breeze? Well, that is exactly what Squarespace does for your online presence. It is so intuitive, even I can whip up a beautiful website faster than I can make an omelette. First up, the design intelligence is like having a Michelin star designer for your website. It combines AI with Squarespace design expertise to create a site that is uniquely fit to your needs. Squarespace Payment is also a game changer for all of you culinary entrepreneurs. It is easy to set up, and you can start taking orders in no time. And the Squarespace SEO tools are like the perfect seasoning for your website, helping you get discovered by more food lovers online. Your site will rise to the top of search results fast and efficiently. A bit like bread. No, a bit like a soufflé. If you want to give it a try, go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to serve your website to the world, go to squarespace.com/FrenchGuy for 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video.